Hey guys, here's a quick video on what to do once you get a wild whetstone. How do you sharpen your straight razor? Well, here we are here at my little crafting and sharpening sink. And I'm going to show you a few things about my process. So here is a stone, and it's real flat, and I check that by drawing on the surface. This is a nail, and it's not going to gouge the stone. You can't really scratch it with it. It just draws on the stone like a piece of chalk. Even if you take a tip and you try to go into it, I can't feel any catch where that happens. So anyway, the stone is covered in marks, and then that lets you see how much the surface has variance, because if the marks don't disappear evenly and from across the whole surface of the stone, you know you've got a low spot. So it is a bit of a challenge to flat lap, but that's what makes the stone ready to go for a razor. Now, this really fine, hard stone, if not dressed properly, will act more like a super gritty, rough hone. So the dressing is really important, and I sometimes suggest that you just take a pocket knife or a kitchen knife and double check that the surface feels smooth and ready for that really delicate fine razor edge. So anyway, my marks are all gone. A trick I want to show you guys if you own a diamond plate and you want to do major resurfacing for hard stones is called edging up. You just lift up a little bit, and I am going to abrade into the surface of the stone harder. And actually, you can see how I quickly can get the stone to slurry by doing that. So I know that besides that scratched up pattern that I just put on there, the stone is flat. So this razor can be reworked from a much duller state. And if you just repeated this process a few times, you could probably bevel set, because this is very, very grit rich. It's like pure white. And you're going to hear a lot more noise because I just put lines in the surface of the stone. So if I want to dress the surface of the stone finer, I can take a softer stone or a bit of fine sandpaper like 1000 grit and dress the stone again to really glassy smooth, or just flip over and just keep the other side dressed really fine. And just listen for a sec, you'll hear it's a lot more quiet. And basically from here you're good to go. So if your razor only needs a light touch up, just put it on the side of your stone you have dressed really smooth, and just do light strokes and watch your edge, and watch until the whole edge picks up water evenly, and feel for where the bevel is connecting. With a truly flat stone like this, you really can eke out the most aligned edge, because if your stone is off, your edge is off. Just like you can pick up the corner of your diamond plate, you can also pick up slurry stone corners. So if you have a bunch of slurry stones, kudos to you. If not, you don't need them. You could just sharpen on plain water, but various grit mediums either let you polish up your stone surface if it's kind of closer hardness. Like if you use a stone that's in the same grit range, it can start to smooth the stone that it's being worked on. If you use softer slurry stones, you're going to get a lot more mud. And this is good for more like 1000 grit or sub 1000 grit type work, in my opinion, for sharpening razors. So with a hard base stone, you kind of have mid-range and finish covered, and I only use a 1000 grit synthetic, really, besides having a diamond plate. So depending on how much gear you've got, I think the bare minimum that can just get the job done is just a hard, fine polisher, because if you're patient, you don't have to make slurry. You can play with different surface dressings to make the stone cut a little bit quicker. And you can do fine burnishing on it as well. And this edge will be pretty much mirror finish to the eye with maybe only a few scratches in it. And it should really shave smooth and pop hair. Yeah. So it's tree topping, that's always a good sign. When it hits the point where it's really sticking to the stone, I wash my stone again and just really go for as much glide and smooth polish power as I can get. But at this point, this razor is definitely shaving ready because it'll take arm hair to distance, and the stone's real smooth, so that edge is going to be really smooth, and it should be a nice gentle shave. But I'll check back in with you guys on that. All right, if you have any questions, shoot me a message, drop a comment. I'm Gabriel, and this is a Wild Whetstone, my hard and fine polishing variety. It's a jasper or quartzite amalgam. All right, check out the group on Facebook. Drop us a line. Have a good time. See you guys. Peace, power.